Coming up on today's episode of the Ango Show, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a look at a huge WWE TKO announcement. Also, a former WWE superstar. He's no-showed a charity event, and yes, we are going to talk about WWE Shop spoiling something massive. And if you guys want more videos like this, don't forget to click that subscribe button. This way you never miss a video on the channel. I'm going to keep you guys updated along the way on the road to 100,000 subscribers. And that kicks us off with Matt Riddle. Now, I was very blown away to hear about this story because in professional wrestling, we tend to see this happens a lot where wrestlers get booked for an indie show and then they no-show. And then you hear about them holding the deposit, which is very, very, very weird, right? Now, there was a new report from Cultaholic, and they came out and they said that Riddle was booked for a show called A New Kingdom Rises, which was for a company called Global Wrestling Kingdom in Barnsley, England. And this was for August 31st, but he never actually traveled to the UK for the show. The event was held to support charities for survivors of domestic abuse and homeless veterans, and he was scheduled to face Simon Miller. Shout out to Simon Miller, by the way. And this was going to be one of the featured bouts on the card. He was ultimately replaced by Grado, and it left the promotion, obviously, in a very tricky situation. The report from Cultaholic also details the communication, or lack of communication, between Riddle and the promotion in the days leading up to the event. Riddle had reportedly expressed issues with his flights, calling them cheap. He then claimed he had received another booking, but that he would still be able to make the show in Barnsley. However, he did not respond to any further messages from the promotion after that. According to the report states that Riddle has also not returned the deposit that he was paid for his appearance at the event. Riddle has yet to give his side of the story publicly. Now, that is clearly not a good look. I don't care how we spin it. Yeah, it doesn't matter how you spin it. It doesn't look good when you're sitting here, not you're withholding the deposit, whatever it may be. There is probably a lot of issues here. I don't know. I feel like Matt Riddle typically is in the headlines usually when there's something negative, right? We've seen him talk a little bit more about CM Punk, even though he didn't work with CM Punk in WWE. He throws shots at all these guys and whatever, and I don't know. To me, I feel like, dude, why do you want this like dark shadow, this dark cloud following you? That's kind of how I'm looking at it. Obviously, we don't know his side of the story, but nonetheless, I don't think, in this particular situation, if the flights are cheap, this and that, whatever it may be, dude, you're doing a charity wrestling event. I mean, it's like, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. But who knows, man? This is Matt Riddle in the news yet again, and we'll see. We'll see what you guys think about that one down below. Let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. WWE Shop has literally spoiled AJ Lee. Now, listen, let me just make this really clear. WWE is putting the food on the table. They're serving you the plates. They're telling you what is going on. The AJ Lee situation, I don't think we really needed to have people leak it. I think WWE made it very obvious that this was happening. Now, Wrestling Days, which is another fellow YouTuber, he posted on Twitter, hey, where's the AJ Lee merch? What am I meant to wear on Friday when I watch SmackDown? Normal clothes? Which I think this is a freaking amazing question because WWEshop.com then comes out and says, hey there, of course we wouldn't expect that. With AJ Lee's return to the ring, we are looking to have some fire gear, hopefully in time for WrestlePalooza. Be sure you are signed up for emails and get the latest updates on new inventory. Happy shopping. So, that's what you're seeing right there between WWE Shop. They're coming out and explicitly like spoiling AJ Lee. Some people are so mad about this, but I have a very interesting take. I think WWE deliberately leaks information. I think WWE is very clear. Like, there's certain things they just want out there. And they do it for two reasons. One, they do it for controlling the headlines. And two, they do it to sell tickets. And they do it to basically control the narrative of things. Yes, AJ Lee's return would have been massive if it was like this huge surprise. And I get that. But also at the same time, too, look at how many more people are now interested for SmackDown this week because of AJ Lee's return. We don't even know if she's going to return in Chicago. We just might get the announcement. There's a chance that we might not even see AJ Lee until WrestlePalooza, right? We don't know how they're going to go about it, but they want this information out there. WWE wants this information out there. I actually don't even think this WWE Shop response is an accident. I think I think WWE is so deliberate with the way they control the flow of information that it just makes sense for them to want it out there. And again, WWE is controlling the headlines. It's not even about WWE or AEW or anything, right? It's literally just about WWE making sure that every day there's a constant thing being talked about regarding their product. And with WrestlePalooza being on September 20th, it's now September 3rd. WWE is already drumming up interest. Like it's just it drums up interest, and now it's like people are gonna start buying more tickets. And WWE is already doing such a good job of selling tickets for WrestlePalooza and for SmackDown in Chicago, but now this is gonna be a different flow. And also AJ Lee coming back, it's not a one-off. So I mean you're gonna expect to see more and more and more as time comes out, which is exciting. I think this is good, man. I can't complain about it. WWE shop spoiling AJ Lee, but I don't think it's actually that bad of a thing. And that brings us to our next topic, ladies and gentlemen. TKO, WWE. They've dropped a huge announcement today. TKO has signed an extension with T-Mobile Arena, which is, T-Mobile Arena hosts several pay-per-views, several events for UFC. And now we know TKO packaged them together. So TKO has agreed to a new extension with T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and it includes 4 UFC events and 2 WWE events. Now, we don't know the WWE events at all. We don't know if they're going to be, what they're going to be in particular, but according to TKO, they've come out and said that T-Mobile Arena and TKO have announced the extension of their landmark multi-year partnership through 2030. UFC, this will become the official home of the UFC and WWE. The renewed agreement guarantees a minimum of 4 annual UFC events and 2 WWE events at the iconic arena. This is them trying to make Las Vegas the epicenter. Originally established in 2017, obviously UFC and T-Mobile Arena came to an agreement there. I mean, listen, we don't even have to talk too much about it. T-Mobile Arena has basically become the essential UFC hub in Las Vegas. And then, of course, with WWE and TKO and UFC all being together, the alliance is even stronger. This is going to be huge, obviously. This is a big deal. Now, the real question is, will WWE be bringing a SmackDown there? Will they be bringing a Raw there? Will they be doing a Saturday night's main event there? Will they be doing will they be doing a pay-per-view there? Will they be doing Money in the Bank there? I mean, I think what's going to end up happening is Las Vegas will be like the central hub for Saturday night's main event. That's what I'm guessing. That's kind of my belief, is that you could do a Saturday night's main event and a SmackDown right before, and that would be the way that WWE does that every year until 2030. I think it's a brilliant move, man. All these different agreements, partnerships, I think it's good. We're seeing it with AEW and 2300 Arena, and you're seeing it with these companies working with different venues and actually coming up to agreements. Whether it's domestically or international, I think it's a really good thing. So I'm excited about it. Let me know what you guys think down below.